Om Swastiastu. Hello everybody, welcome to this video. First, let me to introduce our member group. My name is Putu Mendah Dewi, my friend Igusti Ayu Ngurah Risma Rahayu, and the last my friend Nikete Sudaryani. In this video, we will explain about the musical and device and rhythm and meter. For the first, I will to explain about musical device. A musical device important in pottery because they are an important tools that put use to create rhythm, increase the meaning of pottery, or improve the atmosphere of hatred or feelings. Two ways that the poet can achieve musical quality for the poem. There are, for the first, the arrangement of sound. Its mean arrangement refers to the organization of any aspect of a song. And the second, by the arrangement of accent. Its mean arrangement refers to the organization of any aspect of a design. Next, sound repetition. A syllable consists of a vowel sound that may be preceded by consonant sound. There are some sounds repetition the poet can use. For the first, alliteration. Alliteration is the repetition of initial consonant sound in two or more neighboring words or syllables. For example, she sails by the seashore. For more example, Peter Piper picked a bag of pickled peppers. And the last, a good cook could cook as much cookies as a good cook who could cook cookies. The second is assonance. Assonance is the repetition of vowel sound, whereas rhythm is a repetition of both vowel and consonant sound. For example, try to light the fire. The more example, it's hot and it's monotonous. And the last, the crumbling thunder of seas. Next is consonant. Consonant is the repetition of a consonant sound and is typically used to refer to the repetition of sound at the end of the word, but also refers to repeated sound in the middle of a word. For example, she ate 7 sandwiches on a sunny Sunday last year. For more example, the ship has sailed to the far off. And the last, Sally sails by the seas. And next is repetition can be used alone or together or combination. First, alliteration and assonance. Alliteration is when you use a bunch of similar consonants in a row. Assonance is when you use a bunch of similar vowel sound in a row. Onomatopoeia is basically sound effect. For example, my puppy pushed me in the eye. The word puppy push are alliterative because they both begin with P. Assonance is when a repeat the vowel sound in the stressed syllables of word. The second is alliteration and consonant. It means the literary device and both are related to the repetition of the consonant sound. In alliteration, the repetition is happening in the word where the stress is available. On the other hand, in consonant, the repetition of consonant occurs in the closely connected word. For example, all mammals named same are clammy. The next is rhythm. The definition of rhythm. A rhythm is a repetition of similar sound or usually exactly the same sound in the final stressed syllables and any following syllable of two or more words. There are two kinds of rhythm. There are number one, masculine. It means a rhythm between stressed monosyllable or between the final stressed syllables of polysyllabic word. For example, to suffer for years. And other example, in silence and tears. The second, feminine. The meaning of feminine is while a feminine rhythm included an unstressed syllable after the last stressed vowel sound, or gaily, daily, daughter, or water. For example, when we two parted. Another example, heartbroken hearted. And the next explanation will be continued by Risma.
Hello everyone, thank you for the time given to me. Well, I will continue the explanation from my friends Putuma Indah Dewi. Poem The Turtle. The Turtle. The turtle lives twixt planted decks which practically conceal its shape. I think it clever of the turtle in such a fig to be so fertile. By Ogden Nash. Well, and I will analyze the turtle pottery about find the sound repetition and the types of the poem. Is the sound repetition of the turtle is assonance, and the types of the rhythm of the turtle is feminine rhythm. Next, the rhythm and meter. Definition of rhythm. Rhythm is a form of repetition of words with various characteristics, but this rhythm has characteristics such as sometimes the sound is soft, sometimes high, medium, and even the sound produced by the word in the poetry is very high. Then it is necessary to pay attention to the repetition of words in the poem. Example, rhythm. Do it as you planned. It choose to stay at home. The rhythm word of the sentence is do, as, planned, choose, stay, and home. And definition matter. Matter is a literary device that works as a structural element in poetry. Next, the basic unit of measurement for a poem. Number 1, the foot, like stressed and unstressed syllable. Definition foot. A foot is a unit of meter consisting of a combination of stressed and unstressed syllables. Example, to, they. To unstressed and they stressed. Next, the example from the picture already explained about the example of name of food and name of matter. So here I have to specify the name of food of the word important, love, sweet, and regular. Number 1, important. Name of food is anapes. The reason I choose anapes because when I mention the word important, there are 3 breath dances. Important. And the second, love. Name of food is monosyllabic food. The reason I choose monosyllabic food because when I mention the word love, there are 1 breath dances, love. And the third, sweet. Name of food also monosyllabic food. It's the same explanation why I choose monosyllabic food because the word sweet says 1 breath, sweet. And the last, regular. Name of food is anapes because it's the same explanation why I choose anapes because the word regular says 3 breath, regular. Well, next will be explained by my friend. Time is yours.
Okay, thank you for the time. Okay, now I would like to explain about the line. The line is also called measure by naming the number of feet. So, on that explanation, there is monometer, that's mean 1 foot. Dimeter, it's mean 2 feet. Trimeter, the meaning is 3 feet. The tetrameter is 4 feet. And then also there is pentameter 5 feet, hexameter is 6 feet, heptameter is 7 feet, and octameter is 8 feet. Okay, now there is a line form of poem, and how many feet does the line has, and the name of the feet. There is a poetry. The title is The Downward Look. See, for the first sentence, there is a sound like seen from above the sky. So the analyze is the name of the feet is seen. It has unstressed meaning. So seen is monosyllabic foot, and then from is also monosyllabic foot. Above, it's called land. The is the monosyllabic foot, and then sky is the monosyllabic foot as well. That's all about the line, and then the next explanation is about stanza. Okay, now I would like to explain about stanza. The stanza definition is a series of lines grouped together in order to divide a poem. The structure of stanza is often, or though not always, repeated throughout the poem. There is 5 kinds of stanza. The first one is couplet, the second one is tercet, the third is quatrain, the fourth is quatrain, and then the last one is sextet. Okay, let's talk about the first one, couplet. A couplet consists of 2 rhyming lines having the same meter. For the example is on Easy on Criticism by Alexander Pope, and then the second example is Sonnet 2 by Edna Stinson and Millay. Okay, next about tercet. Okay, for the next is star set. A star set comprises 3 lines following a same rhyming scheme, A, A, or have a rhyming pattern A, B, A. For the example is the first one, Second Satire by Thomas Wyatt, and then the second example is The Eagle by Alfred Lord Tennyson. Okay. Okay, the next one is about quatrain. A quatrain is a form of stanza popularized by Persian poet Omar Khan, who called it a rabbi. For the example is The Eagle, and then the second example is Elegy written in country. Okay, next, quatrain. A quatrain, also referred to as a chingmen, is a stanza of 5 lines, which might be rhymed or unrhymed and has a typical stress pattern. For the example is November Night by Adelaide Cressy. Okay, next, set. Set is kind of stanza that consists of 6 lines. For the example is The Better Part by Matthew Arnold. And yeah, that's all about the stanza. Let's talk about the next. Okay, next I will talk about the process of measuring persik is referred to scansion. In Indonesia, we can call scansion is irama. So let's do the exercise by following the steps. The first one is identify the pre-filing foot. Second, name the number of the feet in line. And then the third, describe the stanza pattern. Okay, let's see at the example of poetry. Okay, the prevailing foot that used at the poetry is a monosyllabic foot. And then the name of the number of feet length is okay, and then the name of the number of feet in line is monometer, because on the example there is 1 foot. And then the example use the stanza pattern from Tercet. Okay, that's all about our explanation. I hope you understand, and thank you.